Alright, welcome back to another league race, this time with TMC in Singapore, and as you can see it is fully wet in qualifying but a dry race. So that doesn't really change anything with the setup. We're still going to carry on with what we're going to do normally, but does make things a little bit more challenging, but you can see the monsoon conditions coming. So yeah, I mean, the wet is always an interesting experience. Here's the setup I am running. It's going to be 10-11 wings. Just stability is just the king around here, so and stuff for the race. So that's kind of it. Heading into this one, yeah, look, Singapore's been good to me in the past. I was hoping for a good result here today. Caesar's not here today, so I can make up some ground on the title run. But here's my banker. You can see it's very, very wet. Obviously just a banker, so I was hoping to get in a few more flying laps, but a botch to my next lap. I believe I'm going to run too wide at turn 2. Invalidate that, and by the time it was time to do another lap, the conditions had worsened and no one was improving. But here we are at the end then. A bit of a sloppy sector 3, I'm not going to lie. Come around through the last 2 corners, and it's going to be P3. It was purple for the first 2, and then just couldn't bring it home in the third. Third sector was not good, and yeah, this lap that I messed up as well. So it's going to be P3. Which, okay, you know, it's workable. It's not ideal, but it's workable, as Chubbz is here as a reserve today. So is Wesker, and a few others as well. So, yeah, look, excited for this one. Singapore's one of my favourite races. It's, like I said, it's been good to me, but I know I've also been good to it. It's also, like I said, it's been one of my favourite races. I enjoy the challenge of it. You know, 31 laps, no penalties. You know, that's the challenge. You know, obviously avoid contact with the wall. Obviously with the wet weather in qualifying, we have free choice of tyre, so I'm thinking nope, we will not be going for the hards, we'll be going for the mediums. We want the best start possible. I don't have time to be using hards. I don't want to get swamped by anyone on mediums behind me, so stick to our normal strategy. Put down the fuel. Don't want too much in the car at this stage. Again, a bit of stability is key, and whatever way you can save I would recommend. So here we go then, big race. 4 and 5 red lights. What's going to be? Away we go. I had to get Ali quickly because I know he's on hards. Good start. Going to get around the outside, leaving the space on the inside. Not a lot of space on the outside. Pushed off a little bit there. I think it's more so to do with understeers than anything else on the hards. But I was like, no, this has to happen right now. Like, I've got to get this out of this corner with the better grip. I have to try and get the move done. So this was a big move for me in this race. I had to get this on Wesker down behind me then as well. So this had to be done very, very quickly. So Ali doesn't, he leaves the door open. I'm going to go down the inside. Thankfully he saw me coming. A bit of a dive, I will admit. He's still on my outside there, my inside there, leaving the space, and we're through. So yeah, a dive from me for sure. A move I had to get done. And you can see Ali and Wesker are going to come together there behind. There they go, and that's going to release Xtrema then into P3. So that's going to do it for this first lap. We just settle in. Lap 3 then. Chubbz a little bit up the road. He's around 2 point something seconds. Meanwhile, Xtrema, you can see he set the fastest lap there, and his pace has surprised me this phase of the race. I have to say, I was a little bit surprised. So I was like, oh crap, I got DRS enabled this lap. I'm running full downforce as well. So. But I have been doing a decent job saving fuel in ERS so far. So, well, not so much saving fuel, but saving ERS. So, exit off this corner really, really key. And you know, I can put into the rich and high, and I kind of realize, you know, I can see early enough, like, okay, this isn't going to happen this lap. So, so yeah, turn it down, and we can save the rest of this lap. Lap 4, heading on to lap 5. I can see you get a good exit on that after that hairpin. That helps just keep me ahead. I don't know if DRS have been enabled. Of course, there's no deactivation zone yet, so that hasn't come in an update yet. But maybe that would have helped Xtrema. But lap 5 heading on to lap 6, we've actually managed to cut the gap to Chubbz, and we've actually managed to have, you know, we've still got 6/10 to Xtrema, so he's still within DRS. So I had to try to shake him. But heading on to lap 9, then I believe he is damaged at this point. Still within 1.7 of Chubbz, and now Xtrema and then 1.7 behind as well. So stretching that gap, I'm aware at this stage that I think, well, not yet, but lap 9, I want to instigate the undercut here, so we're going to come into the pits. 1.7 behind, undercut's pretty powerful around Singapore. A little bit slow on entry, but look, I thought, you know, there's a chance that you know, I still get this done. So no one in the pit, so no chance of being held up this time. Nice clean exit. A little hesitant on my side to get away, but didn't want to press it too soon, but 2.5 seconds, not too bad. And I was told, Matt was my engineer this race, he was helping me with some stuff, and I was told I would be in the clear in terms of gap, but this actually wasn't the case, because heading on my right hand side right about now is Cygate, and I was trying to touch the inside to get this move done. It's like, oh no, I'm behind someone. The last thing I need to do is try and dispatch someone, because I need to be able to just push to the full limit. So anyways, get a decent run out of this, like into overtake. Like, this has to be done now. Like, there's no ifs and buts about it. I have to get this move done immediately. So I goes defensive, which is what Ali probably should have done. So I have to leave him the space on the inside. I probably didn't have to, but I run wide, and this is compromising my outlap, and this is not good for me. So I wasn't able to set any purple sectors, and Chubbz comes into the pits, responds. Xtrema also into the pits and responds. He changes his wing as well. He's sped into the pit lane. And now, yeah, I'm behind Chubbz. Not only am I behind Chubbz, I've actually lost time with this undercut. So that didn't work out the way I wanted it to, and that was a shame. But look, understanding as well, it's a long race. It's 21 laps, including the one we're on left at Singapore of all places. So plenty can happen. 2.6 seconds of the gap, so that was disappointing. But at this stage, I did know that he had a penalty, and I was like, okay, if he's got a penalty at this stage of the race, surely there's going to be an opportunity for another one. I hadn't had a single warning at this stage. Here, right, is an annoying part of the race. So unsafe release here is a back marker, right? So anyways, he lets Chubbz go, no problems at all. All this time, I am in the blue flag range, right? So a second. And at this stage, if you're a back marker, you have to get out of the way. Like, at this stage, I am being affected by the dirty air. I'm not even get DRS for a start. So either give me DRS or get out the way. Very simple. Because I'm being affected now all through this because of the dirty air in front of me. And you can see it on the top left. I was like, it took a while to get. It took a little bit to get to the blue flag range. You can see above, but at this stage, he has to get out of the way. So this is really frustrating to me. Like, it's really unhappy with that. So, anyways, he finally lets me go. About 4 corners too late, and I, even in my exuberance to try and get on the power and tell him off in a sense, I was so frustrated because now that put me out of 3 seconds. I was around 3 seconds in around that range, the penalty range. Now I'm at 3.8, and I couldn't recover from that. So, anyways, though, things are going to change for the better for once in my case, in terms of a thing in the race, because lo and behold, the safety car is out. Ali is out of this race, and yeah, I'm excited because now I know that yes, we can close up this gap now that we've kind of let get away. So. Anyways, I knew Xtrema had pitched, so there's a big gap between me and PFCC, but Chubbz decided to stay out, so that made things very easy for me because I was pitching regardless. So we're going to pit onto mediums, and it's a very simple decision to make. Chubbz explained this afterwards, and his explanation changed about 6 or 7 times. Nothing was consistent. Fact of the matter is, he fucked up the strategy, and like sometimes you just admit your own mistakes, whether you're a reserve or not, you want to win the race, and I know he saw this as his race to win, but I'm sorry, you screwed up the strategy, and you tried to save face afterwards, but no one was no one was buying it. So crucially there, we actually got ahead of his teammate D-Bear there in front. So anyways, we catch up to the safety car, and then next lap Chubbz decides to come into the pits. So after we all bunch up, this is such a strange one. Either you come in at the same time, or you come in or you stay out, and you try and keep track position at Singapore. So you don't do both. So yeah, just youth versus experience on that one. He's relatively fresh to league racing, he'll learn. But yeah, no point. It only looks bad trying to save face like that when it's very clear what happened. So. Anyways, safety car is going to come in this lap, and I'm aware that we've got D-Bear and unsafe release behind me, between me and Wesker. So at this stage, right, people don't understand how safety car restarts work. Once the safety car decides to peel in, the lead car is the pace car. It becomes the safety car. So I can go at 2 miles an hour for all I care. It's completely up to my prerogative. So anyways, I know when the safety car is coming in, so I'm going to gun it, Gonna catch those guys napping behind. We've got plenty of fuel and ERS obviously to play with, so I could just gun it. And those two are squabbling for track position behind me, so I knew that. So I could just absolutely let rip, and Wesker and company have to try and overtake that. So I knew well what I was doing. I got a really good restart, absolutely blitzed it. I'm on medium tyres, fresh medium, so I can just gun it, and I can gun it, and that is the plan, to try and get as much of a gap as possible on before those guys clear the back marker. So already I have a 1.8 seconds to this first sector. That's all I need. So set the fast lap into that lap, 39.6. Gap is 2.1 seconds. So happy days. I've done exactly what I needed to do, but I wasn't letting up. Had to try and keep getting at it with these fresh mediums and extend the gap as much as I could, because I just just in case anything happened. Another fastest lap there. So I had no penalties at this stage. I know Wesker had a penalty. I know Xtrema had a few penalties. So realistically speaking, even if they caught me on track, I was not going to be afraid. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for this race. Like, just take it easy at the end of this race. Extend the gap to 3 seconds. Yeah, just safety car played into my hands today for once, thankfully. So happy about that. The reason why I needed it in the first place, the undercut for whatever reason screwed me over. I couldn't make the undercut work thanks to some traffic and a poor outlap for myself. Unsafe release getting in the way didn't help either, extend the gap, but I was confident that if Chubbz, if there was no safety car, Chubbz would have got another penalty at some stage. 20 odd laps to get another penalty when he's already got one. You lean towards the tendency that he probably would get another one. But look, this is part of racing. Safety car comes out. Ultimately, this was a race where experience won through on youth, and you just have to be, with league racing, it's more than just what's in front of you and what's going on in the present moment. You have to be aware of everything going on around you, everything. So I'm aware of all ties, pretty much, of who's on track and such, and where they are, and penalties, etc., etc. So experience won it for me today. The fireworks are coming out for me. That's P1. That's a big P1. Very happy about that. Actually, it's going to end very abruptly because I need to say very quickly, because this ended up being 59 minutes. So yeah, next up is Russia. There's the gaps. Until next time.